Every day I get calls from a parent or a student who's frightened or nervous about a test. It can be an SAT exam, a final exam, a GMAT, LSAT, you name it. People get very nervous about these tests. And they get nervous because they don't know how to manage their feelings. They don't know how to go into an exam with confidence, with focus, believing in themselves. And some of them lack test-taking skills. But once they can kind of master their emotions and learn how to be calm, confident, and focused, they can go in that exam and they can score to their potential. How can you possibly do well on an exam when you're nauseous, when your heart is racing, when your palms are sweating? It's impossible. It's impossible to perform to your potential when you're feeling that way. Several years ago, I got a call from a man who was trying to get into law school. He wanted to get into law school very badly. He had a good grade point average, but he got quite nervous when he had to take the LSAT exam. And in a short period of time, I was able to teach him what he needed to do prior to the exam to be calm, confident, and focused. You have to realize that when he first called me, he was nauseous, he had headaches, he was sweating, and he really couldn't perform to his potential in that state of mind. In fact, no one could. No one could with that amount of anxiety. For some reason, I get a lot of calls from people who are nervous about the GMAT. I'm not quite sure why, perhaps because it's competitive or there's a lot of math on that exam, and math creates a lot of anxiety for a lot of people. But once a person can learn to manage their feelings and they can develop the necessary test-taking skills, they can master that exam as well. And then they can get into the kind of business school that they dreamed about getting into. I had one man who came to see me who had taken the GMAT 3 or 4 times, and there was a huge difference between his real score and his practice score. And that was one of the things we had to work on. We had to get him to have his real test score match his practice score. And once we eliminated the anxiety, reduced the anxiety, and when you reduce anxiety, your confidence goes up, then he was able to ace that exam. So there's really no reason to suffer with test anxiety. You can learn to master your feelings, your emotions, and to be confident and focused when you're facing that big exam. So if you feel like anxiety is getting in the way of your test performance, reach out to me. I can help.